Hey guys, I'm Elliott, this is Everything Elliott, and this is my welding table. Now, I just got this welding table. I've only done a couple little projects on it, but there's one major flaw with it. I move it. I pull it away from the wall when I want to use it, and the problem with that is it's heavy and it makes a lot of noise, and, well, I'll just show you. It's not the easiest to move around. However, I've got these casters, I guess you'd call them, for lack of better words, but they're kind of on like a cam. So when you push down on it, it actually lowers the wheel, lifting the table up, and then you just kick it up, and the wheel then moves up, and it'll sit back down on the legs. So these are basically designed for like wood shop and stuff like that, where you have a wooden workbench and you can kind of screws into the wood. So we're obviously not going to do that. This is a metal table, so I think we're going to weld them. I think. I don't think. That's definitely what we're doing. We're definitely going to weld them. So when most people have these and they set them up on their workbench, they're going to put them on the outside because that's easiest access. But I don't want to do that because I want to keep this as space conscious as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually mount them on the inside like this. That way I don't have them sticking out an extra 6 inches. So the plan is to drag this thing out so I have a little more space, and then we'll flip it down, hopefully not breaking anything, and I don't know, grind and weld, I guess. It shouldn't be too bad. I forgot to mention, these wheels, they came with a little bit of, how do you say, some assembly required. 2 bolts, and then a nut on the top. And if you guys are interested in getting these, I'll leave a link down in the description. I mean, I guess if they work, I'll leave a link, and if they don't, I'll still leave a link, and you can not buy them, I guess. I don't love this. How am I gonna do this without it slamming down on my concrete? Do I have something it can fall on? Okay. So it comes with this little handy dandy guide, and I guess what you're supposed to do is probably drill out some holes. But since we're going to be welding, we're going to have to make we're going to have to make marks. It says 2.36 inches, which is about 2 3/8. So the bottom of the bracket needs to be 2 3/8 from the floor. I guess we can go grab the welder and see if this will tack on. So today we're going to be using the ESAB, wow, I almost said Migmaster. The Migmaster is my old one. This is an ESAB Rebel 285, and this is going to be I don't know if I want to call this a big project, but this will be the first like decent project I'm doing for myself with this welder. If you guys didn't know, I'm sponsored by ESAB now, so make sure you go check them out. I don't know what you say with that. See what size. I got my metal gauge here. We'll see what size we're welding. So that appears to be 1/8. So the cool thing about this welder is it's actually a smart welder. So I'm in SMIG, which stands for Smart MIG. We're using 035 wire, which we just left there, and I already have it set on 1/8. So we're gonna burn it hot because the material thickness on the legs is a little thicker. And the machine is going to do all the work for us. So we're just gonna hook a ground up and throw one of my helmets on, get to it. Let me get this in front of the camera so I'm not pulling the camera around. We'll lay down some weld here and see what it looks like. I probably don't need to do the entire side. I bet you the top and bottom would be plenty. I bet. Let's just do the top and bottom. That should be plenty. I tell you what, this smart weld feature makes me a crazy, crazy better welder. Like, I would have never been able to do that. Let me get you in close and show you. There, that gives you an idea of what my welds look like with the smart welder on. That's pretty impressive. I had to stop over at the end there, but. So I guess if you're a beginner welder and you want the machine to do the work for you, and some might say that's cheating, but hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I don't really think I need the sides. Yeah, that's gonna work. All right, we gotta get this table flipped and do the other side and we'll be done. And I guess we can test it. Oh my God, how am I gonna do this? Maybe I can just rotate it. All right. I really hope I'm getting this right on the first try because I am not tacking these in. These are fully welded. I'm convinced welding is 90% sticking your butt in the air and 10% actual ability. So let's try to get this table stood up right and see if these things actually work. Now I think these wheels are rated for, and don't quote me on this, I think they're rated for like 700 pounds or something, so that should be plenty. This table doesn't weigh 700 pounds. But it would be nice to be able to have something on the table and still move it. Lift with your back. Okay. So in theory, I should be able to just push these down like that. It's a little, I must have been off on one of my measurements. But look at that. That, wow. That is so much more convenient. That is super convenient. And then if you're done, you just lift them up. And it sets it right back down. There, and it's solid again. I think those are going to work spectacularly. I'm very happy with them. So they work. I guess you can buy them. Well, guys, that's it. The wheels work. So I guess you can go out and purchase them. The Rebel works. And if you don't know anything about this machine, this is a multi-process welder. So you can MIG weld, stick weld, and TIG weld with it. I've got the MIG handle, I've got the stick handle, and I actually just picked up a TIG handle for it. I do need to get a different bottle because if you didn't know, you need to run TIG welding on 100% argon, and that is a mixed gas for MIG welding. If this was a wood workbench, this would be much easier. You would literally just throw 3 screws in the top of that panel and 3 screws in the bottom of that panel. You'd be done in about 10 minutes. So yeah, I'll leave a link below in the description. You could check that out if you've got a project like this and you want to add wheels to one of your workbenches. I think everything should be on wheels. And now that I know about these, that they're drop away, I mean, possibilities are endless. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Until the next video, I hope you guys have a great day.